Hello again, folks. I want to talk to you today about something a little bit different. For those of you that have been watching my channel know that I don't usually talk about products or reviews. I concentrate mainly on production. But I've decided things are going to change up a little bit. I want to put out some more videos, and I tend to concentrate on when I'm working on stuff and I find something interesting, then I'll pop a video out. So it's very irregular. So I thought I want to start trying to make some videos a bit more regularly. So I'm going to talk to you about the process that I'm going to go through now as I'm starting to build my studio again, etc, etc. But today I want to talk to you about a new microphone that I've bought. First microphone that I've bought in years that has really made me go wow, especially at the price that it's at. And without further ado, it is the Aston Origin. So what I'll do is I'll give you a little cutaway and I'll give you a little look at how it comes in the box. And then what I'm going to do is do some comparisons of me talking. I've strung some cowboy chords on an acoustic as well, just to give you an idea. I'm no great guitarist and I ain't no singer, so I don't want to hurt MD's ears. But just to let you hear some kind of sound files, and I'll compare it against this. This is an Audio-Technica 4033. Now I've chosen this one because it is slightly more expensive, and we'll get into that later. But let me set up the shot, and I'll show you in a close-up how it comes in the box, and then we'll get into setting it up and give you some sound examples. So this is how it comes. The bump says everything that the packaging, etc., is all recyclable materials and 80% recycled materials that it comes in. So if we open it up, you've got a nice owner's manual, which this covers all of the microphones that are in the range so far. So we've got the Origin, Spirit, and also the Halo, Shadow, and the Starlight microphones. So all the information on it, all the microphones in the range is in the booklet. Very nice. We then have a badge. Get it in the shop. For those of you that want a badge. Very nice metal badge. Then the microphone itself. Now what I really like, so if you can see that, it comes in a plastic cover. Because for those of you that know, the biggest enemy of microphones is dust. Now if I ever leave this out on a stand, I hang on to this plastic cover and this plastic cover goes on it. In fact, the Audio-Technica that I'm going to compare with comes with a dust cover. So that's how kind of important these things are. So if we pull it out, it's in there nice and tight. So get the box out of the way. You can see there's the microphone itself. And we pull it out the plastic. Like I said, keep the plastic. And there is the microphone itself. So it's just a single cardioid pattern. So we've got a 10 dB pad on here. We have a low cut on here. I think if I read it right, it's set at 80 Hz. Really robust metal housing, really solid feeling mic, made in England. You know, they've all been really specially voiced, etc, etc. You can check out the website yourself and read on it. Really pleased. Really nice quality. What can I say? Just pretty. So we'll set it up and we'll get some sound files going on. Okay, so I've got the two mics set up now and I'm recording on both of them. I'll flip between the two as the talking's going. I'll try and balance the gain settings as much as I can. The Aston has got a little bit more output than the Audio-Technica has. I must say off the bat, I noticed that I didn't have to crank my preamps quite so much. I use Sapphire Pro. I've got a 24 and a 40 there hooked together, but I'm using the 24 at the moment. I'm going straight into that. Nothing, no effects, no anything. I'm just letting you hear the pure microphones. I'm risking it without the pop screen at the moment because it would just be too much hard work. And this keeps dropping down. Sorry about that. So this will just give you a rough idea of what it sounds like with a voice. And I'll set up, as I said, later for a guitar. Now, one thing to note is that the microphone doesn't come with a shock mount. They do say it is internally shock mounted, but even still, I usually like to use a shock mount. And what I will say, this Audio-Technica shock mount here, the Aston fits in it perfectly, and it's nice and snug and tight in there with the elastic around here that holds it. So that's one type of shock mount you could use, or there is a shock mount available from Aston that you can buy. But just for quick and easy, I can set it up and try it out. It screws, as you can see, straight onto the mic stand, and there you have it. There's a couple of things. I mean, they also say it's got like an inbuilt pop filter. And what I'll do is, if I bring the camera around, I'll probably cut out the bumpy bits, and I can show you. If you can see here, there's this kind of mesh stuff. It's like almost like wire wool kind of thing that's inside the hole of the end there. If I try and get it in the shot, if you can see that, it's right inside the whole way in there. And this whole thing's quite flexible, and that kind of acts as a kind of pop filter, if you like. I'll set the camera back. I have tried it like that without using a pop filter on it, and my advice would be put a pop filter on. Even it gets rid of most of them, but the really severe ones, they still get through. A pop filter would help. So yeah, I think what we can do now is I'll set it up, the two mics in front, and I'll record some acoustic guitar with both of them, give you a few examples of what that sounds like. And as I say, comparing it to the Audio-Technica, and I'll explain why I chose this one to compare it to. This is a £500 microphone, if you like. This is £300. So we'll say $300, £300. And this is a £500. Now, in my view, and I've listened to a lot of microphone manufacturers that say the difference between a £200 or $200 microphone and a $300 microphone is huge. They can really do a lot within, with that extra $100. But once you go beyond that, between a $300 and a $500 microphone, it gets tougher and tougher. You don't get so much benefit until you hit, maybe $1,500 or something, and then you start getting the average of returns, I suppose. You know what I mean? So what I'll do is I'll switch away and I'll set up to record some acoustic guitar, and I'll get back to you once that's set up. Now, up to now, when I was talking earlier, you'll have seen that I put up on the screen which microphone we've been listening to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flick between the two as I play here, and I won't put on the screen what it is, which one you're listening to. And at the end of the video, I'll put up which takes you were listening to. So just as we're going through here, you can maybe have a listen and see what you think as a blind test. See which one you prefer, and then I'll tell you at the end what one it was. So without further ado, I'll just play some chords. As I said, I'm no guitar player, so I'll just do some cowboy chords and give you an idea of what they sound like. So there you go, folks. I mean, as you can see, or I hope you can see or hear, that this is a really good quality microphone for £300 or whatever it was. It's fantastic. I mean, I am literally blown away by the quality of this. I've heard some really expensive microphones in my time, and this just really takes it. All I've ever heard is good things about these mics. And now that they've started coming out with others like the Spirit and the Starlight microphones as well, this could well be a company worthwhile investing in and getting a few more of these. Thank you for your time. I hope this has been useful for you. And we'll be back soon with some info on what I'm doing with the studio, and I'm going to do a bit of a vloggy kind of thing on my progress and what I'm doing and building my live room. Plus I've got to finish off in here. This was never finished, but anyway, see you in the next one, folks. Thanks again. Cheers now. Bye.